Hello everyone. Today in this class we are going to learn about class 12 geography part 1 chapter number 4, that is human development. The concept of human development was first introduced in 1990s by Dr. Mahbub ul Haq. So this is the picture of Dr. Mahbub ul Haq. This is the picture of Dr. Mahbub ul Haq. So according to Dr. Hug, he described human development as a development that enlarging people's choices. So we all have a different choices in our life. So our choices will not remain same forever. It will change over a period of time. So in order to enlarge people's choices, we need to enhance the people's capabilities. So in order to enhance the people's capabilities, we need to give better education and medical facilities, and we need to give opportunities like employment opportunities in order to in order to develop the skills of the people and in order to have a decent standard of living. So if we enlarge people's choices, it will ultimately improve the lives of people in a better way. So that is the meaning of human development according to Dr. Mahbub ul Haq. So the basic goal of human development is to create a condition where people can live a meaningful life. So what is meant by meaningful life? Meaningful life is a human condition where people can live a long and healthy life, to be knowledgeable, and to live a decent standard of living. So that is meaningful life. So in order to meaningful life, therefore, access to health, education, and resources are the three key areas or the focus areas in human development in order to have a meaningful life. So access to health, education, and resources are the three focus area or the key areas of human development. So the first human development report that was published in 1990s by an international organization, that is UNDP, that stands for United Nations Development Program. So UNDP first they published the human development ranking in 1990s like this way. So this is the HDI, human development ranking. In the first we have Norway, the value is 0.954. Likewise, in second we have Switzerland, point this one. Third, Ireland. Fourth, Germany, Hong Kong, Australia, Iceland, Sweden, Singapore, Netherlands. Like we have more than 170 countries in total, ranking wise. So this is the logo of UNDP. UNDP is an international organization, mainly focuses on development related activities in the world. So the current human development, we have three key areas. The three key areas are access to health, access to education, and access to resources. So these are the three key areas in order to have a successful human development. So these three key areas are supported by four pillars of human development. They are equity, sustainability, productivity, and empowerment. So these are the four pillars that support the three key areas of human development in order to have a successful human development. Again, the human development measurement is based on each country's performances on these three key areas. There are access to health is measured in terms of life expectancy at birth. Access to education is based on literacy rate and total gross enrollment in schools and colleges. And third one is access to resources is measured in terms of income in USA dollar. So the current human development is we need to we are going to focus on three key areas. They are access to health, access to education, and access to resources. These three key areas are supported by four pillars. Again, the measurement or the rankings of human development index are based on countries' performances on these three key areas. They are life expectancy at birth, literacy rate, and gross enrollment in schools, and income in USA dollar. So the four pillars of human development are the ideas of human development is supported by four flowing concept, four pillars. So the three key areas of human development are supported by four pillars in order to have a successful human development. Equity, making equal access to opportunities available to everyone without any bias based on their caste, gender, race, income, and to give more who need the most. So, equity in terms of health, education, and resources without biased making biased on the caste, gender, race. So if we uh, if we give equal opportunity to everyone, we will get better human development in terms of health, education, and resources. Second one is sustainability. So sustainability means continuity in the availability of opportunities from one generation to another generation. That is present current resources and environment that need to be sustained from one generation to another generation in order to have a sustainable human development. Third one, productivity means human labor productivity or human workforce. So human workforce or human productivity that can be enriched by building capabilities, increasing their knowledges, and provide better health and education in people. That means making human work more productivity, more productive by giving better education, better medical facilities, and better resources to the peoples of that particular country in order to have a better human development. That means making people's work more productivity, more efficient. That is called productivity. So productivity in terms of, we are talking about in terms of health, productivity is in terms of education, and productivity in terms of resources. Fourth one is empowerment, means to have power to make choices by providing freedom and capabilities. We need, we will make people more power. We will give enhance the people's power by giving more freedoms and capabilities in terms of health, education, and resources, and among the socially and economically poor groups. So that means the three key areas of the human development are supported by four pillars in order to have a better and more successful human development. So these are the four pillars of human development that support the three key areas in order to have a better human development of a particular country. Approaches and indicators used in human development. So different approaches and indicators are used in the field of human development. So the oldest approaches or indicator that was used in the field of human development was income approach. So income approach was the oldest approach to the human development. Income is used in order to find the level of human development. So income is the key area in order to measure the human development in the olden days. Higher the level of income, higher the level of human development. Income, higher the, so in olden days, higher the level of, in earlier, higher the level of income, the higher the level of human development. If a particular country, the average income of a particular country is higher, means that particular country's human development ranking is higher. So income is the main area, key factor used in order to measure the human development in earlier days, in earlier income disparity in the countries. Like if a particular country, even though the income level, average income level is very high, but we have lots of differences, income differences between rich and poor. Rich people have more money and poor people have very less income, so income disparity is there, so it has some limitations. So that means everyone is not enjoying the same freedom. So because of these limitations, later on they adopted another approach or the indicators to the human development, that was welfare approach. So in welfare approach, government expenditure on health, education and welfare, these are the main so government expenditure is the main area or the focus area in order to find the human development of a particular country. The government is the main agent. So here in welfare approach, the government is the main agent for human development. That means government is active agent, people are the passive. That means people are the recipient for human development. That means people don't have much this one uh, people are the passive and they don't have much this one role in the human development. Mostly the government is the playing key role in the human development. That means people are more passive. Because of that limitation, later on they adopted another approach. That one is the basic net need approach. So this approach is the third approach adopted in order to find the human development, level of human development in the world. So this particular basic need approach was uh, first propagated or introduced or promoted by ILO. ILO is again an international organization that stands for International Labour Organization. So according to ILO, in order to have a successful human development, we need six basic needs in our life. They are health, education, food, water supply, sanitation, house, human. So here, so these are the three. If a particular country is capable of fulfilling all these six basic needs of the people, then that particular country is regarded as higher in human development index. So here, human choices are ignored and emphasis only on the provision of basic need of the people. So again, this approach was, it has some limitations. Because of that, later on the current approach right now we are studying is the capability approach. So this is the present approach to human development, that is capability approach. This approach was propagated or promoted by Professor Amartya Sen from India. So here, building human capabilities in the areas of health, education and access to resources are the three key areas of human development. So this is the current approach to human development that we are studying in this chapter. So these are the four indicators or approaches used in order to measure the human development, from income approach to capability approach. So approaches or indicators used to human development are: first approach, the oldest approach, that was income approaches. Income is equal to human development. So it has some limitations. Again, later on they approaches the second, they adopted another approach. That one is called welfare approach. So welfare approaches is mainly concerning about the government expenditure on health and education. So here they are mostly concerning about the government role on the development. So because of that, again it has some limitations. Later on they adopted another approach that is called, that was called basic need approach to human development, propagated or promoted or introduced by ILO, International Labour Organization. In order to have a successful human development, we need six basic needs of our life. They are health, education, food, water supply, sanitation, and houses. Again, here human choices are neglected. Because of that, later on, they adopted another approach. That one is called capability approach. So capability approach is the current approach to human development. So this approach was propagated by Dr. Mahbub ul Haq and Professor Amartya Sen. Here, the main concern is building human capabilities in on health, education, and resources. So these are the three key areas of human development. So this is the current approach to human development. How to measure Human Development Index? Human Development Index HDI ranks the countries based on their performances in three key areas of human development. They are health, education, and access to resources. So these are the three key areas of human development that we already discussed in the previous slides. So the rankings are based on score between 0 to 1 that the country earns from its record in the key areas of human development. So again, the final calculation of ranking uh, is calculated from 0 to 1 earns. That means earns from its record in three key areas of human development. So India ranks 136th in human development out of 187 countries in the world. So HDI, how we are going to calculate HDI means HDI is equal to health we know, life expectancy at birth, plus education, gross enrollment in schools and literacy rate, resources, income. If we add all these three indicators or dimensions or of the countries, then we will get HDI. Then finally we will calculate these two from 0 to 1, and we will rank the countries based on their rankings, based on the this one value that we got by adding these three key areas. So countries can be classified into four major groups or categories on the basis of human development levels. So these are the four divisions made on based on the country's level of human development. Country with very high development, country with high development, medium and low. High means score. High score is a bit above 0.808 in the world. Out of 187 countries, 49 countries belongs to these categories. High is between 0.7002 to 0.507 to 0.700. So in the world, 53 countries belongs to high category. Medium category is between 0.556 to 0.699. Total we have 42 countries in this category. Low, below 0.555. Total we have 43 countries in very low human development index categories. So by studying this table, most of the country in the world, they belongs to high human development category. In the world, Bhutan proclaims the gross national happiness. So Bhutan is a very small country that proclaims human development is all about the happiness. So Bhutan is not considering about the physical and material development of a particular countries. They are more concerning about the people's happiness is counted as the this one human development. So Bhutan proclaims the gross national happiness is the human development. So countries with high human development. So following are the some of the few characteristics or the features of countries with high human development categories. So mostly these countries, they have government priority more on their government is giving more emphasis uh, on the education of the people and healthcare of the people. These countries, those countries which they belongs to high human development categories, they have a good governance. They are mostly former imperial powers, mostly European countries like British, Dutch, and Portuguese. They colonized many countries in Africa, Asia, and South American countries. Former imperial powers, mostly they belongs to imperial powers, like mostly European countries. They have low social diversity, ethnical, racial, linguistic, and religious diversity. Very low diversity. They are more industrialized world in the Western world. That means mostly we are talking about European countries. Countries with medium human development categories, the characteristics, some general characteristics or features are. So in the world, most of the countries belongs to this category. That means medium human development categories. Largest group in human development level, most of the country belongs to medium human development categories. These countries are emerged after Second World War. That means they got independence after the Second World War, like India. They are former colonies like India. Mostly we are talking about these countries are mostly from Asian countries, African countries, and South American countries. They are colonized by European countries, former colonies. These countries they have a high social diversities in terms of, if we say India, we can say unity in diversity. We have lots of diversities in terms of ethnical diversity. We have language. We have social cultural diversities, and we have politically unstable. These countries politically lots of unstables. We have lots of political unstables in these countries. Poor governance. So these are the some of the general characteristics of those countries which falls under medium human development categories. Countries with low human development categories, some of the general characteristics or features are these countries they have lots of political turmoils, they have lots of social instabilities in the form of civil wars, fighting within the countries, people inside the countries, high instances of diseases, lots of diseases. They are experience lots of diseases, epidemic diseases, and this country they have a very poor literacy rate. So these are the some of the general features or the characteristics of those countries which falls under the low human development categories. So these are the some of the general characteristics of countries with high human development categories, countries with medium development human development categories, and countries with low human development categories. Thank you.